Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is Steve Gonzalez. I wanted to give some startup advice today, but before I get into that, one of the things I want to talk about first is last video I talked about Apple considering buying Twitter and how most people didn't think it made sense. Well, this morning I read TechCrunch and Mashable. They had some articles on Google versus Twitter, basically in search, right? Because Twitter is considering indexing links now. And if they're able to do that, that literally is going to change the game of search. So the celebrity, all that stuff with Twitter is less relevant because the search is the big game for them. I really wish them luck. Recently, I watched an interview with Warren Buffett and Bill Gates, and one of the things they talked about Google was Warren Buffett said companies get into these grooves, right? And they're basically by themselves in these moats with sharks and alligators, and people are just afraid to come near. But I really think that Twitter search has a chance to jump in that moat and swim with them. So good luck to you guys. All right, so let me get into the startup advice that I have. I like to look in the mirror, and when I have ideas or anything like that for a business, and there's three questions that I ask myself. The first question is, what problem am I solving? Am I solving a problem? Second, am I going to change the world? And I don't mean like change the world entirely, but what I mean is how am I going to change the world that I'm in? So if you're in a niche, if you're in the golf niche, how are you going to change the golf niche world? How are you going to do that? Three, like this idea or this company has to be a way of life for you. It has to keep you up at all hours of the night. It has to be on your mind constantly. It has to be a straight addiction. And that's why I like to call it startup crack. Like if it's not that, then you're not going to put in the ridiculous hours that it takes to make something work. So those are my three tidbits. But what I want to do with these videos is I'll have conversation topics. And this conversation topic is obviously startups. And I want to recommend two people based on that conversation topic. So these two guys I want to recommend, I think, are incredible resources for startups. The first is at Arenado. He does a show called StartupLucky.com. What that is it basically is entrepreneurs coming on a show, a live show, expressing their story of what it took and where they came from to get their company off the ground. And I think I love stories, so it's a good show to watch as a resource. And second is at Tatango. So Startup Lucky does a great job at telling the entrepreneurial story, but at Tatango does an excellent job because it's 24/7. They got cameras on in their office. You have access to this stuff. And not only that, at Arenado and at Tatango, Derek Johnson are so easy to get a hold of. It's awesome. So those two guys, incredible resources. Follow them. I've linked them up. But other than that, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you soon.